All right, fellas, how you doing? It is still the 25th of September. It is Thursday. Still the morning time. I just I'm gonna make this about coping and being strong in very difficult times for you as a man. And I spent some time yesterday talking to my friend about he's the oldest son in the family. Now, his father just lost his wife, and they were married for 56 years. They have a very, very good traditional family. And when I was talking to him and we were going through pictures, it was just he and I. He kind of cracked a little bit and got all teary-eyed and that, and gave him a hug. And I'm going to tell you this, and I think although this may not sound good, I think it's effective. I talked to Marco about eating, which he hasn't been eating. Needing to eat, even if you eat and use food at this bad time, just as fuel. You don't want to be beaten. You do not want to let yourself break down. One of the other things I told him is something that I still do to this day. If I'm getting very emotional or very upset, I will go and take a shower. And I'll either make it as hot as I can stand it or as cold as I can stand it. And I'll cup my hands over my face like this. And I'll either start cussing or crying and getting all, let your guard down, get all shaky and goobly goo or all that kind of stuff. And then you gotta wash that away, because he has to be strong for his family today. He is going to assume the role his father's been playing as head of the family, because his father is a chocolate mess, and God bless him, his father's a great man too. So there are going to be times when you as a man have to do some things that you don't want to do. And I'm not talking about taking out the trash or that. Sometimes you just have to be the rock for the people in your life. And you have to be able to deal with that. And all you have to do is get through these few days. Yes, you're allowed to grieve. Yes, you're allowed to get emotional. But you can't fall completely apart. There'll be so many things that need to be done. So many things that seem petty that you don't want to fucking worry about. The funeral arrangements, all the other stuff. And if you're a chocolate mess, you can't help anybody. Again, a shower. Yell, scream, whatever you got to do in there. Turn your stereo up before you get in the shower and yell and scream and cry and say it's not fair and whatever you got to do. But you have to get through days like these as men. And to me, it seems cruel to not let you, or to not expect you to be as emotional as you need to be to process this grief. But I don't think that's healthy for you because of what is expected out of us as men. When shit hits the fan, you can't curdle up, or you can't get in a little ball and start crying and hoping it just goes away. You have to face it. You have to be somebody that you can depend on when things like this happen. Does it suck? Absolutely. Is it gut-wrenching? Absolutely. Is it probably some of the most difficult things you're ever going to have to do in your life? Yes. By coming down here and being part of a traditional Mexican family, I've learned so much more about how dysfunctionally I grew up, and how it's just important. It's just important for you to, if you're, and I'm just talking about how they run their families. I don't know if this is how you do it. There are going to be some times Everybody around you is falling apart, and you got to be the guy that stands tall and strong. And it's going to suck, but I guarantee you, like they tell us, if it doesn't kill you, it's going to make you stronger. Okay? I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what worked for me. I'll give you an example from me. I would have to face the parents, extended family from soldiers in my platoons who lost their lives, and have to explain to them and have to listen to them vent their frustrations. Why, I'll just be blunt. Why the fuck are you still here, Sergeant Forsyth, and my son's dead? You know, ma'am, I did the best I could. I'm not going to get emotional now, but it's tough, and you got to sit there, and you got to take it. And so that's one of the things I would do, and that's one of the things my battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Poole was his name, Lieutenant Colonel Poole, he said, he called it the shower method, all right? Life for us as men, unless you're a trust fund baby, is extremely difficult. And you don't get a fair shake. But it's important that you're able to withstand the storms in your life, because all of us are in the storms. Some people, like the rich people, are on multi-billion-dollar yachts and submarine and aircraft carriers, and then there's some of us that are just hanging on to a log hoping we survive for the next 30 minutes. We're all in the same storm. We just have different ways of getting through it, all right? Hope that makes sense. Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. You are my future, and I need you to be successful. Like a fart in a G-string, from West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.